Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to another Royal Rumble. We got a great one here for you all tonight. This is Harvey's 30. And it's one of my favorite Rumbles to do, but it takes a while to do it. We're not going to have the exact same people. Exactly. There's going to be a couple replacements. Unfortunately, the Thane was one of them. But basically, this is the 30 winners that Harvey has kept track of. So I'm going by his accuracy, and I'm going by his list. And he gave me some facts behind the list. Harvey basically keeps track of all the wins, which is amazing. And I know I love all of you all. I love all of you all, but the fact that Harvey does this is just insane, and I love it. And basically, I'll go through the facts, the record books. This guy has a record book or something going on. But we're kicking things off with Rick Sanchez and Nightmare Freddy. All the contenders in here have won a Royal Rumble. So, here we go. And let's get started with this. So, looking at this, Fred Bear won as an 8th entrant. And that was the best recorded win this year. And also, I want to remind you all, this is my second time doing this, because one of the WWE guys snuck in. So if that happens again, I'm sorry. I'm not redoing this Rumble. But I went by this list, and basically Harvey gave me the rundown on a lot of these. Some of these, though, on this list, they just won at like 27 or 28, so he didn't give me the numbers of all the wins, which I don't expect him to do. He's already done enough hard work as it is, but he has told us on some of them that are, like 20 or 30. He kept track of the 30 who won at 30, which shame on them. And I was surprised about this one that won. It's definitely one of the most Master Shifu. He survived the Glitch Rumble. That's what he survived. So I like how Harvey did details on each one of them. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, this is the first 30 winners. Of course, Kenny Rogers, made by Lucas Hackett. Just a great creation, and also won at number 12. So yeah, Harvey keeps track, and when we get to 60 Rumbles, we're going to have another 30 for Harvey. But this is one of my favorite Rumbles to do. It's up there with the super heavyweights. And we did it, I think, in 24. Harvey had his picks. And anytime I see this list, and I'm going by what he says. So, if he got one wrong or something, there's nothing I can do. And who in the world's this guy? Oh, it's the Thing. Yeah, we had to replace the Thing. I didn't recognize him at first. It's like, yeah, I had to replace the Thing. That's not the Thing that won. He came close a couple times, too, to winning. And let me see. Won the Super Heavyweight Rumble, according to Harvey's notes. And number 6 is We Are Venom. We Are Venom at number 6. He won the first Rumble. So the first, and of course this doesn't count. I don't think he counts the regular wrestlers that win. We're just counting community creations. There is going to be about 2 or 3 females in this Rumble, and I did have to replace one of them because, like I said, some of the creations got damaged. So that's probably what happened with the Thing, which was an excellent creation. It was the Fantastic Four movie creation. And number 7, we got Snorlax here. And we'll see if there's any facts on him. Some of these are just winners, and it doesn't go into detail, which, if you're like 27 or 28, it's just the usual. So, or 29 even. But I think there's only as of now, 5 or 6 winners at 30, which is great. Snorlax is just on the list. Yeah, we don't want anybody from 30 winning. We try to avoid that at all costs. And we got Stone Cold E.T. And they've made another version of this one, but I did use the original version, and we lost Master Shifu, or whatever his name is. And yeah, Stone Cold ET, he is the 30th winner on this list. So yeah, we're not counting WWE guys, because there's been a couple that have won the Rumble, and I prefer that we don't. I prefer that we, and look at Stone Cold ET's already done. So it just shows you how much he contributes. I think he might have won at 30, I'm not for sure, but he's just, like, he's a bum. And number 9 is Kingpin. Not a dag on, I mean, not a hit on anybody who created Stone Cold ET. It's a funny creation. It's just like he's not going anywhere in this Rumble, especially amongst the winners. So Kingpin, he is a winner. It looks like he was in round 19 on the winners. So Kingpin, of course, you're going to have a lot of super heavyweights in this, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Got Snorlax, we got the Thing. Unfortunately, we had to replace the Thing because I love that other creation more. No offense to the guy that created this one. That's a good creation. The Thing's hard. Okay, it is rocket science making the Thing, in my opinion. And we got Pam here. Pam is here, the first woman to win a Rumble with men and women. I remember her big victory, of course. And of course, we're going to have more winners at the time before you see this. I might actually put this Rumble out before some of the other Rumbles that I have coming up. I may, usually I like to put them out in order, minus the 2K19 Rumbles. But I may make an exception with this one, because and we got another female in this. I believe it's Android 21. I believe she won the first female Rumble. So, and won at number 19 according to Harvey. That's pretty impressive. Winning at 19. Yep. Anyone that wins at 20 or lower is a WrestleMania. I think 20 we decide if you're number 20. But if you're below 20, it doesn't matter who you are. You're going to WrestleMania. That's the rule. And number 12, we got David Cornsweat. David Cornsweat is here. My favorite. I haven't seen Superman at the time that I'm doing this. Okay, I'm still like, it's the end of June at the time I'm doing this. I don't know exactly when you're going to see it. But I haven't seen Superman yet. We may put it out before Superman comes out. But David Cornsweat is here. There's two names that I love. David Cornsweat and Ana de Armas. Or as I call her, Ana de Armpits. That's so bad. That's so terrible to do that to poor Ana. And I found out, somebody told me that Ryu is supposed to be Ryu, and I've been pronouncing that wrong the whole time. I was told that the other day, so, oh my goodness, that is just, I didn't even know that. You guys got to tell me that stuff. That's a character that's always been on here, so, have I been pronouncing that name for long? Come on, poor Pam. But I'm glad we got David Cornsweat here. That old Cornsweat boy. When Superman's over, I was telling someone on a chat the other day, when Superman's over and the theater's packed, I should scream at the end of the movie, "That's my boy, David Cornsweat there! That's my boy!" That's what I should scream at the end of the movie. I would never disturb the theater. That's like one of the rules of Mike that you never do. It's a sacred rule, not playing on your phone. Even if I check the time on my phone with some of these long movies, I'll put the phone down near my leg so it doesn't flash in everybody's eyes. And, you know, I hate when people check their phone in the theater. I really do. I want to go up to them. Like, I want to go up, like, whispering in their ear, saying, oh, what you got going on there? I want to mess with people in the theater that check their phone. Because what is so interesting? Are they looking for gold? I mean, what are you doing? Like, what is so... You paid how much money for this popcorn? How much money for this soda? How much... You waited for all these trailers. You paid how much money for your movie ticket? It's like, what is so important? I mean, is your mom on the deathbed? Why are you at the theater? I mean, like, what's going on? I hate when people do that, and I've had some weird experiences at the theater. But ever since I've been going to my new theater I've been going to here lately, I've never had a bad experience. There was a couple little things that, you know, were just briefly. Like, there was a guy that used to, and the Kenny Rogers has been eliminated. There was a guy that would, like, say stuff out loud every once in a while. Like, one of those guys, like, who said, oh, or go get him, or that's so annoying. But it didn't completely ruin everything. But it's like, no, we don't need you as a backup telling us, oh, go get him, or like, he started saying inappropriate stuff too. But he only did it like 5 times. And then there was a kid, when I went and saw Beetlejuice, he like he was laying in a bed in the seats, and it made a bunch of noise, but besides that, he was pretty quiet. But that was super annoying. It's like, you're not laying in your bed, kid. You're in a theater, and he's just like lays across multiple seats. Like, first of all, how in the world is that comfortable? Like, how in the world is that? How is that comfortable? It's like, and number 14 is Edge. So Edge is here, and of course we can use him. He's a community creation, and this is a different version. We had like a one with a shorter hair, but some of those first creations were super damaged. So we had to download some movies. So there is some ones that weren't originally the winners, the actual creations, but they're still represented by their person. So, and number 15 is the Tasmanian Devil, I believe, made by Lucas Hackett. And yeah, he was another winner of the Rumbles. So yeah, and going back to the theater, I'll tell you another funny story. I had, in my older theater I used to go to, there was a lot more bad experiences there. Which is crazy, because I went to more movies at this new theater, and the thing was, oh man, what a hit. Does he say it's clobbering time? I think he does. It's Hawksman, and we got Conquest at number 16. So, yeah, Conquest. And elimination there. It looks like we lost Edge. We lost the Thing. Thing's been in here for a while. But, yeah, some other weird experiences is one time I was watching a movie and a theater worker. I haven't told you all about this one. Me and my family are watching a movie, and a theater worker in the middle of the movie walks up to us, and he smiles, and he says, "Are you enjoying the film?" And it's like, what? What? Because they come in there and check the thermostat sometimes, and he's just smiling, and he gives us the thumbs up. It's like, what are you doing, man? It's like, and we got Harambe here, who, by the way, according to Harvey, won at number 10 earlier this year. So, impressive win there, for sure, at number 10. And then, like, the Black Phone, of course, you know, I'm not a big fan of that movie, but we had a weird incident in there where the kid, I probably told you all about this, and we have Homelander here. Let me see if we have any. Some of these are just marked as winners. Yeah. So, and then some of them, if it's like a crazy win or if it's number 30, he has it marked down. But anyway, I was watching the Black Phone, and there's a scene where the kid answers the phone and nobody answers. It's just a creepy scene. And the guy a few seats back from me, he answers he's talking on his cell phone the same exact time the kid answers the phone. So I'm hearing this voice, and I'm like, wait a second. This is not coming from the theater. I look up, this guy's on his cell phone. I was like, really? And we got William Wallace here. I believe he won the movie Rumble. That wasn't too long ago. William Wallace. Of course, still haven't seen Braveheart. Shame on me. Shame on me. For not seeing Braveheart. I mean, that's horrible. And number 20 is Thanos. And of course, he's won 2 Rumbles this year, according to Harvey. And he's the only one to do it. So far. I mean, at the time Harvey made this list, we've had some other Rumbles. So, Kingpin just clotheslined Homelander. Kingpin's doing a really good job here, and of course he is. I mean, he's a big dude. And we'll see who's coming in next. And look at Homelander. Oh my goodness. And number 21 is... Wait a second. Oh, Victoria Hayes won my Rumble against Devin. Victoria Hayes, didn't recognize her there for a second. How could I not recognize her? I mean, oh my goodness. But I just forgot about her. And you know, she's a great character in Terrifier 3. I think she really shines in that movie because she has more screen time. I will never forget the first time I watched Terrifier. That is basically installed in my head for eternity. And we got The Flash here, which his movie was trash. He won as a 30. Of course he did. Of course he did. And there goes Kingpin. Homelander eliminates Kingpin. Yeah, the first time I watched Terrifier 1, it was at my apartment I used to live in. And I remember when I'm watching this movie, one thing I always do, because I always want to know what I'm getting myself into in any horror movie. Because there's certain things that I don't like in movies. So I go to the parental guide, which sometimes I do, with certain movies. Because especially with movies that, like a horror movie that is like an indie movie or a low budget. Because I don't know what, I check the score, I check what's in the movie. And Victoria Hayes has been eliminated by Thanos. But anyway, I remember... And Flash has been eliminated. I remember, so there's a nudity tab, there's a violence tab, there's a language tab. Of course, I don't check the language. I don't care less about with the alcohol tab. There's an alcohol tab and a frightening images tab. So I notice on the violence tab and the nudity tab, it says spoilers. And basically, if you run your finger across spoilers, it spoils the movie or something that happens in the movie. So I go in blind. And yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that. I was that one kill, and if you've seen Terrifier 1, you know what I'm talking about. That one kill in that movie just floored me. Because I never thought we were going to go that far. You know, I didn't think it was going to be... Like, I knew it was going to be a gory movie. And I remember Victoria Hayes. That's still... I think her face is more disturbing than most of the movie. Besides that one kill. But, like, as soon as I saw her face, I was like, what am I getting myself into here? And when I saw that kill, I was just sitting in my recliner, horrified. But if I would have looked at that spoiler tab, I wouldn't have had that reaction. I wish we had a camera up when I saw that scene. I tell you, I was horrified. I've never been so horrified in my life. And Chef Saltbaker is number 27. Well, not 27. He was 27th winner. But Chef Salt Baker is here. And we also had Gru come in, and he won as a 19th entrant as well. So just a little history fact on there. So we're going to see who we're already up to 25. Goodness. They're flying out of here. Tasmanian Devil's still alive. And we got Naruto, who was the second winner and the 30th entrant, of course. So, bum. That's what that means. But yeah, back to the Terrifier series. Like, if you don't like hardcore gore and stuff, never watch those, okay? I'm just being honest with you all. Don't watch those. If you can't handle Saul, you definitely don't want to watch that. I have friends that just like the slashers. Jason, Freddy, all that good stuff. Just stick to that stuff. Unless you can handle it. Even if it's too much for me. If it's too much for me, and Colossus is number 12. Well, he was the 12th winner. I'm getting confused here. But yeah, Colossus won a Rumble. I like Colossus a lot. Yeah, the only thing, I can basically watch any movie. There's certain things that I try to avoid in movies. But the only things I can't watch is certain foreign films. They just go too far. They're even worse than Terrifier, Saw, Hostel. They're even worse than that. And, I mean, how can you pull that off? And Hard Eyes is here. We're using a different one. I actually like this one better. And he was a winner of the Rumbles as well. I believe he won the Horror Rumble. I may be wrong on that, but... Because there's not a lot of horror movie characters on here besides Hayes and him. I really don't... Yeah, I think he won the Horror Rumble. And Nightmare Freddy also, but I didn't put him in the movie one. And 28 is Master Chief. Probably won the video game Rumble, I would assume. And there goes Naruto, so that just proves he has to be number 30 to win. I still have never seen an episode of Naruto. I started watching a little bit of it, and I was like, I don't have time for this. How many episodes do we have of that? And I would love to watch X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Naruto, but there's just too many episodes. I like starting a new show or just watching one season. That's already enough for me. And we have Wario here. He might have won the video game Rumble. I don't know. No, he probably didn't, looking at the list. Because he was like the 9th winner according to this. And of course we've had some other Rumbles also. And Colossus just got slammed. And we got Gru versus Wario. Hard Eyes versus Salt Baker. I love that name. He's a lot of fun, that character is. Lots of fun. And we'll see who's number 30. And it is Carrie Whiten. She's going to need it for sure. Well, she was our first female winner. It wasn't Android. That was my bad. She's the first female winner. So we had 2 female Rumbles, it looks like. And Carrie won the first one, actually. So now we are down to our final entrance. I'm going to turn my phone off and enjoy this Rumble. There goes Gru. And I'm going to enjoy what Harvey has left here. I mean, I got to think, I mean, Harvey is just, I mean, that's incredible. Keeping track of that. One of my worst qualities of this channel is I don't keep track of nothing. I mean, when you've been on here for over 10 years, over a decade, I've been doing videos. I mean, that's just insane. How am I supposed to keep track of stuff? And honestly, I need to back up some more stuff. I have a lot of stuff backed up. I do have a lot of videos backed up. If, like, the channel would go down, I don't have a lot of the new videos backed up. So I need to go, but My golden years, 16 through 19, I got all that backed up. Because I rewatch some of that sometimes to get a good laugh. And I do miss, I've tried to, I haven't done as much as I used to. And some of what drives me crazy is some of the Rumbles that I don't think are as good as some of the episodes I do well, really well. And it's like, I don't know how they're doing this well. And then there's Rumbles that I do that I think are really good that don't do as well. So it just depends. There's a lot of factors here. It seems to be that the random ones do the best, which I do agree. They're good quality. I do like the random ones. But like one of the worst Rumbles I ever did, and I did it, of course, on a night of a pay-per-view to make things even worse for it, was the Game of Thrones Rumble. I mean, that did pretty bad for a while. And it kind of got some views back. I know a lot of people that watch the Rumbles, they don't watch them live. So, but that was one of the ones that it took forever for it to get to even 100. I mean, but these have done really well. And the game's not that good. And Salt Baker has eliminated Carrie. It's probably the worst game since 2K20, I would say. I don't know. I mean, there's certain things I like about it. I think the AI is not as good as the other games. There is certain things I do like about it. And look at Master Chief here. Going after the Salt Baker. Look at here. Pedigree. Oh my goodness. And Master Chief. One thing I don't like, some of these Rumbles have been shorter. My perfect timing is anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes. We've had some go 28. I don't like that. But I'm not going to complain much. I mean, I would rather them be shorter than longer. I mean, and I think the longest Rumble we've had this year is 41 minutes. I think the shortest one's 28. And that counts the entrances and the thing I do at the end. And look at Salt Baker here going after Master Chief. Oh, man. What a move there. And we could have a double team. Colossus going to step up here, and Salt Baker has eliminated Master Chief. So it is down to Colossus and Salt Baker. These are our final two. Who is going to win Harvey's Big Rumble? And Harvey's talked about we should do 2 of the 30s and then have the winners duke it out. That's a good idea. I don't like doing singles matches. I've thought about doing... I've seen some other people do matches without commentary. And that would be easy for me. But I don't know if you all would enjoy certain matches, because that's one thing that causes me to do less is the commentary. The whole commentary, me being loud, all that stuff. And Colossus wins. And Salt Baker has been eliminated. Colossus wins the Rumble. And Colossus, I have a message for you. You're not going to WrestleMania. I believe he was 26. He's not going. I'm sure Harvey will have the facts. He's not going to WrestleMania. As a matter of fact, if he goes, I'm going to use that medal for recycling. And I'm going to get money. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get money from recycling his body. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Harvey, thank you. thank you as always. You did a wonderful job with this. It was a lot of fun. And I hope you guys liked it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And look for the comments after the Rumbles. Harvey usually runs down like certain winners and certain facts of the Rumbles. So make sure to always check the comments if you want the facts. He actually has one of the Rumbles, he has all the facts written down. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome that he does that, and I appreciate it a lot. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. I don't keep track of it. I should. Shame on me, and congratulations, Harvey. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you all later. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And we're going to keep these Rumbles going. That's all we can do. And I'll see you all later. Thank you all for dropping by.